Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to Amping Up Your Divine Self-Care. So it's a time to really amp up your divine self-care. So that's been a recurring spirit message that I've been getting. And so I wanted to do a reading. I was guided to 6 decks to literally amp up our divine self-care. So this is for whenever you need it or whenever you find it. And first we're going to get messages from the Self-Love Oracle. And like all my other videos, I'll put down the decks that I'm using for this, but I was guided to 6 decks. So we're going to amp up our divine self-care during this time so we can stay centered, balanced, inspired, moving forward, have divine power. Has been coming through a lot too, to stay uplifted in your spirit. So talking about taking a divine self-care of yourself and amping up your divine self-care, I wanted to get clear messages on what we should keep in mind for divine self-care during this time. Okay, here we go. So what should we keep in mind for divine self-care at this time? What are the clear messages for divine self-care at this time that would be most helpful? Tuning into our energy and the times we're in, and this went right here, rest. Okay, we've been getting this so much. Maybe time to take a break, tune out the world around us, and really get some much needed rest, reboot, recharge, just relax, de-stress, detoxify has been really coming up. And here it says divine timing. Here we go. Divine timing is always spot on. Let go of your need to control and take a break. There's so much going on that's out of our control at this time, and rather than stress about it or trying to push the river we kept on getting, just surrender to divine timing. Know a lot is going on energetically, a lot is out of our control, and so just rest and almost relax in that divine timing. Let go of your need to control and just take a break. So there really may be times to take more of a break, really recharge, relax, just unburden yourself of trying to over control things that are not in our control. And there's so much about divine timing. We have to have such divine patience during this time. Nothing's really fast moving, and to really listen to your energy has been coming through a lot too. If you need more time to rest, more time to take breaks, more time out, to recharge, reboot, I mean, we really need to do that. If you need to tune out the rest of the world sometimes, just to recharge yourself, whatever works for you. Like I'm saying, uplift your spirit first, take care of your energy first, and be really aware. I mean, we talk about taking divine self-care of yourself. We really have to do that. And here we have share your light. Yes, share your light, share what's going on with you. Definitely share if you know, to unburden yourself also, I'm getting. And it says, share both your trials and triumphs. Our stories benefit others twice, when we share them and when we live as examples of transformation. Listen, we're all in this together. We're going through such changes. We're trying to find our way. And you may want to share what your challenges are, what you're going through, unburden yourself with others. And also you can come together with other people, share your light, share your trials and tribulations. Look at the butterfly in here. As you make your way, it's through the support of others at this time that we're really finding our way. That's part of unburdening ourselves. You know, part is giving ourselves more rest, more breaks, and then also sharing your light, sharing what you're going through, sharing your trials and triumphs with others, and share your light. We're all finding our way through this together. And oh gosh, and with that, this is coming out with force now. We have, yeah, love your shadow. Look at the light in here. We're providing the light. They kept on saying, raise your light. I posted a reading, an activation to raise your light at this time. And this is, we are perfectly imperfect. Accept and love yourself as you are. And it will become easier during doing this with others too. This way we master ourselves and do not force our views upon others. But I almost feel like if you're having rough days, up days, down days, whatever's getting kicked up in you, love all parts of yourself, be there for yourself, and uplift yourself when you need it. That's what I'm really getting from this card, love your shadow, because right now, there's so much that's being illuminated within us, you know, during these times, the hard times, challenges, things that kick up in us. It's like our personal challenges we're working through, and let it empower you. Be on your own side. We're perfectly imperfect, so really accept and love yourself as you are. Be kind and compassionate towards yourself through here, and really be there for yourself. And really getting, love your shadow, love all the parts of yourself at this time. So let's see what else we can get. really love, accept and love yourself as you are, and it will become easier to do this with others too. If there ever was a time where it's very challenging at this time, oh geez, it's now. And we have, yeah, you can't make this up, patience. Just like when they said the things you can't control, release it, have patience at this time. There's a lot that's going on energetically. There's a lot going on with divine timing. Just hold on to your patience and rest and know what's not in your control. Just have patience and let it go, unburden. You need to talk it over, connect with others, and just be compassionate with yourself. Like if the sides of you are being activated during this time, everything's getting kicked up, love and accept yourself as you are. Realize that this is like one of the most difficult times we'll ever get through, and have patience through it all with yourself and others, really. And conditions outside us sometimes determine the best time to move forward. It's okay to wait and work on something else until conditions change. So if you need to rest, if things are not moving forward, if you cannot force the river, they're acknowledging that, and no, just work on something else. Distract yourself with something else. Find something else to pour your attention and energy into that will uplift your spirit at this time, because a lot of things we're not in control of. We're just not in control of. We have to release the burden. So just rest, share your trials and tribulations, your triumphs and success. Be compassionate with yourself, whatever it's kicking up in you. And just have patience and be compassionate with yourself during this time. And definitely rest when you need. And change your environment. Look at this. I almost feel like the things that you can control, that you're in control of, that could further assist you and help you and support you at this time, that you change. Like change your home, change what you're surrounding yourself to be more positive and uplifting at this time is what I'm getting. Our environment support or undermine us. Give more attention to where you live, work, and play, and create the surroundings that support you, literally. So during this time, you know, that we need patience, part of knowing when you need to rest, things that you can control, choose uplifting, positive, uplifting things at this time, because that's what's really going to help us during this time. So that is definite. So now let's get into goddess guidance. Let's get into goddess guidance advice for this time, as we're told to rest, have patience, change the things that you can change, that you're in control of, which is creating more positivity, more upliftment. Realizing we need patience. There's divine timing at work. Share your tribulations. Share what's burdening you. Be there for yourself if things are getting kicked up at this time. Let's get some goddess guidance. And the things we can control, it's like make your house more uplifting. Do the things that are uplifting your spirit. This is recurring messages to amp up that divine self-care. It's the things we can control. Make sure it's positive, uplifting. Pay more attention to that, because we really need to stay amped up on our divine self-care here. Oh gosh, that almost turned around. For amping up divine self-care, what should we keep in mind? What is the goddess advice for amping up our divine self-care? Is we giving some more rest, more compassionate for ourselves, having patience, and the things we can control, or making it more uplifting and more positive, changing the things we can change in our environment to better support us. And we have inner wisdom. Listen to your inner wisdom. I kept on saying we're the divine high priestess during this time. It's our insight for the things that are not clear, the things that we can't see. It's our insight, divine wisdom, inner wisdom. You know what to do, so trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Follow your inner wisdom at this time, and you probably have to rest and tune in, literally. Tune in and listen to your divine guidance and your intuition. They kept on saying that's the headlights for this time, to almost follow your own path, follow your own guidance, your own intuition, your own nudges. Listen to yourself and your own intuition for what to do, when to take action, when to not, when it's time to rest. Like they said before, what to say yes to, what to say no to, what makes it more uplifting and positive for you. What can you say no to and just rest and relax and unburden yourself? And what things will literally make a difference and change your environment for the better through this time. So are there any other goddess guidance advice for amping up our divine self-care? Listening to our own inner wisdom. I really love that. Oh, prosperity. This is the universe pouring out prosperity, ways to be abundant. So you're going to listen to your inner wisdom, and that is leading to prosperity. So you can get divine ideas, divine ways to go that kept on coming up. It could encourage you to change your environment in some way. And it says the universe is pouring its abundance out to you. So be open to receiving. This is how what's coming through with the Akashic records and everything else. The little kernels of wisdom that you're getting, ideas, whether it's work or projects or things to do, that's going to create the new abundance when you follow it. So be open to receive it, and you may have to tune out, yeah, look at this, expect a miracle. So definitely pay attention to your inner wisdom. This is right in line with the Spirit Pick-Me-Up reading, the overall weekly Spirit reading, the monthly reading, Akashic Records reading. Expect a miracle. We're co-creating miracles. So when you listen to your divine intuition and your guidance, and you get nudges, or you feel like you want to do something or check out something or do a project, it's creating new abundance. We're co-creating here. So expect a miracle. We're co-creating the miracles, and it says have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And that's why they want us to unburden ourselves and know that whatever you're thinking of, it's 11:11 on the video, they hear you, you're heard. That comes out in any reading that I'm doing lately. They're literally saying we hear you and you are heard. And so you will get answers. You'll get messages, signs, symbols, messages, little intuition, ideas that you didn't literally think of, but then then all of a sudden you get an idea. Oh, I should do this. Maybe I should try that. Go for it, because that's leading to more abundance for you. You're co-creating miracles, and know that you're listened to and you're heard. That came out in the overall, that came up with the Spirit Pick-Me-Up reading. You are heard, you are listened to, you are heard. No doubt about it. And let me tell you, you can get signs from loved ones passed on or your spirit guides in anything. I know I keep saying that, but everybody talks about coins, feathers, birds, things like that. But it could be anything. It could be anything. And just be open to see it. Be open to hear it, because they're saying have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So let's see if there's anything we need to surrender for divine self-care. What would help us with divine self-care? Amping up the divine self-care. What can we surrender that would help us? Ooh, ow, wow, that came out with such force. They're doubling down. Surrender to success. Listen, surrender to success. Prosperity is here. Listen to your inner wisdom when you get guidance on what to do. Just trust yourself. Surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. And here it is. Abundance. Abundantia. However you say it. You're ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties and leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So again, they're saying, say yes to the new. And that's been coming up in every reading too recently. Say yes to the new. As one door closes, another one opens. Say yes to all the new ideas that you're getting with your inner wisdom, your ideas. New ways to go is leading to new prosperity, abundance. So let go of all the past previous roadblocks or difficulties and leap into exciting new worlds of possibilities. You're ready to experience abundance. We sure are. Okay, so that was very clear. So now they want me to go into Soulful Woman, because we are the Soulful Woman. So let's get some Soulful Woman, then we'll get messages from heaven. Soulful Woman, as we're heading to success, listening to our own inner guidance. We know when to rest. We know what's in our control and what's not. Yes, it's my creative power. Yes, we're co-creating. Like I said, we're co-creating the miracles here. Listen to your divine intuition. This came out in our Akashic Force, that we were literally the muse co-creating with divine intuition, wisdom, little kernels of what to plant now. My creative power. As I invest in my own creative potential, I experience my female creative genius. So feel like a creative genius. Follow your wisdom, your divine wisdom, and just, it's leading to prosperity. We're co-creating miracles here. You may need to rest and just tune out for a while to tune in and get the guidance. Like I kept on referring to you as High Priestess at work. It's the High Priestess tapping into this divine wisdom, divine ways to go, divine projects, divine things to do. And we have surrendering, back to rest and everything, surrendering. Yes, I honor the truth in surrender as it opens me to gifts of divine grace. We're surrendering so much. It's letting go and unburdening yourself so you're open to receive, almost be like a divine high priestess muse, where you're getting your ideas, you're tapped into your own wisdom, you're following your own guidance, you're surrendering and letting go back here of things you can't control right now. That kind of thing. You just surrender completely in divine timing, trusting your own divine wisdom, and pouring it into honoring your creative power, because we're co-creating right now. So you go with the flow, you go with the ideas, you go with the, you know, what to work on, what not to, when to work, when to go, when not. It's really being that high priestess at work. And this last one we have, this came out in another reading. We got enlightenment at the end of it. I think it was Raise Your Light reading. It's enlightenment power. Like I said, we're like a high priestess in action through this time. That's the divine self-care. Like, be highly, highly connected to spirit, your intuition, whatever you call it for yourself. Rise above, because you'll have clearer perspective on things. You'll be more centered. You'll be more aligned. If you raise yourself up first, everything you need to do is illuminated, and even how to do it. And it's enlightenment power. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. I'm a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my own growth. And we're getting so enlightened. This is strengthening our power. Like they kept on saying, our divine power. And I even did that divine power deck. It's all about harnessing your divine power, and finding your way through this with your divine power, staying enlightened, surrendering when you need to the divine guidance, surrendering the burden, surrendering to higher knowing, and harnessing this creative power. This is where it's all through, because you're getting those ideas and it's bringing in the prosperity here. Be open to receiving, literally. And as I invest in my own creative potential, I experience my female creative genius. We're co-creating miracles here. So surrender that and keep enlightening yourself, because we get swallowed up by the events, the drama, the darkness, you know, everything pulling at us. It's just like remain centered and linked. Listen to know when you need to rest and reboot and recharge and reconnect, and keep surrendering, and then you tap into your creative power. So let's get messages from heaven as we're going back. We're creating our prosperity, and it's welcoming the new. So underneath, it's creative power, surrendering to that, and enlightenment power. That's divine power. And then we're heading with this, surrender to success and prosperity. So let's see, what are the messages from heaven for divine self-care as we're heading to this, knowing what we need to do, how to do it, what to control, what not to control. Oh, jeez. Have you laughed today? Find your joy and lift your soul. Like they said, the first thing to do is uplift yourself. It should be number one on the list. And then everything you're supposed to do and how you do it will be illuminated. So like, keep your spirit raised. That's part of this enlightenment power. Going back to this, you got to stay enlightened in your divine power, uplifted. It's kind of what we have to keep doing over is talk about divine self-care. It's like stay in your divine power here. Let's see, what are the other messages from heaven? Stay uplifted in spirit. Listen to your divine inner wisdom. What are the messages from heaven for divine self-care? To assist us with the divine self-care messages, we have, you are a star, step into the spotlight where you belong. So it's time to step up and out, like on those, when they said surrender to success, abundance, listen to your inner wisdom for ideas, like run with those. And enlightenment power, shine bright, raise your light. They kept on saying as well, you're a star, step into the spotlight where you belong. So the ideas that you're getting, remember, harness your creative power, because that is what is going to take you, whatever you do. It doesn't necessarily mean you're like an artist or something. Everything is creative. All the new ways of doing work, all the new ways of doing your projects. They said greet the new now. It's a time to say yes to the new. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. So you have to believe in yourself. The star is very much about healing and hope and stepping out again and believing in yourself. You're a star, so step into the spotlight where you belong. So it's not a time to be timid. It's not a time to hold back on your creative power of making new. And look at this. They're saying, yeah, just like what I said, we will light the path to these new possibilities for your future. So stay aware. Part of that is tuning into them, your enlightenment power, and also uplifting your spirit and knowing when you need to rest and recharge, But more than that, it's this inner wisdom. Like I said, it's the divine priestess in you, the high priestess, that's listening to her inner wisdom and knowing that they're lighting the path to new possibilities for your future. So stay aware, because remember, they said leap into exciting new worlds of possibilities. So they're lighting the path for you. You just take divine self-care of yourself along the way. Know what's in your control, what's not in your control. The things that are in your control, make sure they're uplifting. I mean, double down on all these cards. To uplift yourself, have supportive surroundings. Remember, change your environment here. Make sure it's uplifting and positive, the things that are in your control, to make sure you're lit, you raise your light. You're empowered in your divine power, enlightenment power. And like this, you know what I mean? You connect with that. So you're uplifted and you listen to your wisdom. You rest when you need to tune in and surrender to these ideas. It's all about these ideas, because we have this one and we have the wisdom, and it is leading. You're getting wisdom, you're getting ideas, unleashing your creative power to create new possibilities, prosperity, success. So this is taking real divine self-care of yourself for these co-creations, I would say, and knowing when you need to rest, especially when things are not in your control, or you're just tapped out or drained or need to reboot. It's greeting the new. And so really unleash your creative potential, your power. Stay in your divine power too, and continuously go back to that, because we have to stay uplifted. That's why they're like your environment. Change your environment to always uplift yourself and stay connected, because they're lighting the path to new possibilities for your future, heading to prosperity and success. And it's the new, and the stars are here. It's like the stars are aligned for greeting the new. They're showing you the way, all of that. So take real divine self-care of yourself, knowing when to have patience, when to rest, and in the meantime, orchestrate things around that further support you and uplift you. Run on the creativity, because the creativity, we're literally co-creating with those divine kernels of ideas, creating those new kernels for success. So what are the guardian angel messages as for we end this divine self-care reading for success? Oopsie. Surrender. We literally have the surrender card. So listen, there's a lot we have to let go of, trying to over control situations that we're not in control of right now, because this card keeps coming out and it says remain positive about the future of our planet. That's why they want us to keep tapping in enlightenment power. That's to stay uplifted and change your environment to remain uplifted, because we have to let all this go about, we have to remain positive about the future of our planet no matter what we see around us. All is part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the chaos, which you perceive that exists in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. We literally got surrendering. I honor the truth in surrender, as it opens me to gifts of divine grace. And what will it opens up our eyes, our third eye opens up, getting those creative new divine, listening to our divine wisdom on the new creations that we are supposed to go forward. That's what it is, creating new success, greeting the new. That's where it is. So we have to surrender because it's just holding us down, where we're not then inspired to go forward with the new things. It's sapping our energy. It's very important to keep your energy up. We literally got enlightenment, power to stay connected, change your environment so it supports you. But then we literally have you laugh today. It's like continuously raise your spirit, because you have to stay uplifted, surrender the rest to follow the new things that are coming in and ways to go, and feel charged for that. So it's real divine self-care. They keep saying it's real divine. Amp up that divine self-care. And you've got to do that for yourself. Acceptance. Going back to love your shadow, I think, too. There's nothing in your life to fix. Only the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are. This is loving your shadow and complete illumination of loving all the fullness of you, everything. Acceptance. There's nothing in your life to fix, only the disowned parts of you that yearn for love and acceptance. You are beautiful just as you are, regardless of any faults you may perceive you have. You are an internally radiant being of light, so accept all that you are and just be you. When you truly accept yourself, your whole world will magically and lovingly transform. So they're asking us to fully realize we are perfectly imperfect and accept and love yourself as you are. And that's what we're coming from. So you're completely illuminated. All the pieces, you're coming forth with the fullness of who you are, taking back all the pieces of yourself. Like they were saying, we're coming fully with more fully into ourselves, I would say. Okay. And here we go. Let's get some more guardian angel messages. Breakthrough, breakthrough. How many beautiful, heartfelt wishes have been crushed by fear? How many times has society's voice of disapproval cast a shadow on your dreams? It is time to break free of these false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. The time is right. So they're asking us, these are breakthroughs that are coming through here. It's literally listening, staying empowered, literally, and listening to your own inner wisdom, because you're following your intuition to these breakthroughs that are going to create prosperity and success. Surrender to the success and the breakthroughs. They're lighting the path of new possibilities for your future. So stay aware. This is how you stay aware. You stay in your divine power continuously, because we're human, so we're affected constantly. So it's constantly uplift your spirit, constantly surrender to anything else that's not in your control, constantly shift back to uplifting your spirit. Listen to your divine guidance. It's lighting the way. Unleash your creative potential in everything that you're doing. Accept all the fullness of all you are right now, because you're bringing yourself fully into things. It's like part of the divine ingredients. And get ready for these breakthroughs, because it's time to break free of false beliefs and realize your dreams. Allow your heart to guide you. Trust your inner guidance. And that's what they're asking. There could be real breakthroughs coming soon. They kept on saying, greeting the new. We have to take divine self-care of ourselves, and they want one more. Two more. Yeah, believe. Okay, this is why, because that star card came out, which I was saying you have to believe in yourself as you're stepping forward, greeting new things. Believe. Be open to all possibilities and opportunities. Again, let go of the preconceived ideas. We're welcoming in the new. We're really going for the new. Start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Again, that wisdom, following your own. You're the high priestess at work here. So start to believe in yourself and trust your instincts. Wondrous possibilities and opportunities abound, provided you're flexible and retain an open heart and mind and believe all is possible. And again, with the self-criticism, which is going back to this. Loving all parts of yourself, loving yourself completely during this time. That's part of divine self-care. Self-criticism. We, your angels, ask you to please be more compassionate toward yourself. This goes back to amping up the divine self-care right now, because we need to step fully and continuously raise our light. We have to be on our own side. We have to know what we're in control of, what we're not. When we need to uplift our spirits, we have to be on our own side. Especially during this time, we have to really amp that up. And why I named this Amp Up Your Divine Self-Care. Your angels ask you to please be more compassionate toward yourself. Observe the times when you have critical thoughts about you and make an effort to replace those negative thoughts with positive, loving ones. They're reminding you, you are a wondrous being of light, even if at times you think you're less than perfect. And remember that God and divine perfection exists in all things. And they're saying that you're handling yourself. You have to be more compassionate towards yourself, especially through these times. And they're saying you're this brilliant, radiant light, no matter how you view yourself sometimes. And try to surrender that as well. Be extra kind to yourself at this time. That's why it's like amp up your divine self-care. We're in the process of going for the new. A lot's not in our control. Release that. Tune into your energy. Know when you need to surrender and just uplift your spirit and let go and see yourself as a radiant being of light at this time. Okay, one more. They want us to do one more. Okay. Guilt. You do not need another's approval to feel worthy of love, regardless of what you've done or what you think you failed to do. From your soul's perspective, there's neither right nor wrong. Every experience in life is here to help you expand your awareness of love so that you may embrace ever greater spheres of wisdom. You've done nothing wrong. They're saying that this is such a journey of growth for us. So if you notice things, like, absolutely love your shadow, because they're underscoring that we're going through enormous growth. It's just we're embracing ever greater spheres of wisdom. So there is no right or wrong. It's just been a crazy journey of expansion and ascension and growing within, coming fully more into who all we are. And there's no right or wrong. Just that's why have more compassion for yourself. Recognize you're this giant, wonderful being of light, no matter what you're judging or anything like that. And don't let it hold you back to new possibilities for the future. And this is it, opportunity. Again, with the wondrous possibilities and opportunities await you, stop dwelling on past mistakes. Surrender the past lovingly. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. The card that we began with, that we can be rest assured and know that we can rest in divine timing. It's always spot on. Let go of your need to control and take a break. No opportunities are coming. Surrender the past lovingly. There's nothing to regret. All is always in perfect and divine order. Everything you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. Going back to all of this was for greater spheres of light and acceptance and compassion for yourself. And that is the spheres of wisdom that we have uncovered through this time. And you can rest in peace with this, because everything, all is always in perfect and divine order. Everything you've ever experienced has helped you in some way. The past is behind you. The path ahead is clear. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. And that's exactly what they're asking us to do. Move forward joyfully and fulfill your heart's desire. We have joy, literally. I have chills. Keep uplifting. Find your joy. Keep uplifting your spirit. And here are the new opportunities. We're lighting the path to new opportunities for your future. Stay aware and here. Leap into exciting new worlds of possibilities. And again, don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into exciting new worlds of possibilities. So they're definitely, and even Mother Mary's sticking out here, expect a miracle. Keep with the patience. Be so kind to yourself through this time. And beautiful, beautiful reassurance, giving you a chance to unburden yourself and just amp up the divine self-care, knowing that it's all leading to more success and abundance down the road. And listen to your divine wisdom. Know what's in your control, what's not in your control. Just keep uplifting your spirit and be so compassionate to yourself at this time. And get ready for breakthroughs. I mean, this is so beautiful. Surrender. Everything's in divine order. Everything is meant to be happening as it is. There's acceptance here. There's breakthroughs. All these new things, new possibilities. They kept on saying, believe, you're the star. Keep going. Release the self-criticism and the guilt, because that is just making us feel like we're not empowering ourselves. We're not honoring all the facets of ourselves. We're brilliant light. They see us as brilliant light going forward, and opportunity all over the place. Opportunity, light the way to new possibilities, surrender to success. We have prosperity sticking out here. So they're reassuring this is what's coming, and just take divine self-care of yourself along the way. Know when you need to rest and release and surrender, and when you need to go for these new opportunities. Definitely stay empowered. Listen to your inner wisdom like a divine high priestess, and the creative potential, no matter what you're doing, keep tapping in for those creative kernels that are part of the new co-creations and creating the new opportunities. Okay, so this has been Amp Up Your Divine Self-Care reading for whenever you need it. Take care. Bye-bye.